Don't have $30 to buy a Rhystic Study? Do you want to play blue on a budget? Hey guys, Jason here from Commander NTG, and today we're talking about my 10 favorite card draw spells for blue. These cards are in no particular order, and there's something in here for everyone. Make sure to watch all the way to the end to see a card you've probably never heard of before. Let's get into it. Starting off our list is my favorite card draw spell, Fact or Fiction. Coming in around a quarter, this 4-mana instant lets you see the top 5 cards of your library and choose an opponent to split them into 2 piles, one of which you put into your hand and the other goes to the graveyard. This card is so good. Often when you're in a good position, your opponents will try to give you a tough choice by holding what you want at ransom with cards you don't need, but when you are not in the lead, which happens a lot, then you pick an opponent to team up with and make crazy deals. It's not uncommon to get 3 or 4 cards off Fact or Fiction, and the result only gets better the more you politic. Next is Deep Analysis. This 4-mana sorcery lets you draw 2 cards, and you can also flash it back for 3 life and 2 mana. For 7 cents, this card gives you a ton of mileage and can fill those gaps in later turns where you may have a couple extra mana lying around, but be careful to not forget it's in your graveyard. I often leave mine to the side just so I don't forget it's there. Next is Distant Melody. This 4-mana sorcery is perfect for tribal or token decks, and at only 60 cents, it is a must-have. You choose a creature type, and you draw a card for each permanent you control of that type. At worst, you're drawing 1 to 2 cards, but the upside is huge in the right deck. You've all seen or played the token deck that spews out 10 plus tokens with ease. Imagine capitalizing on that board presence with Distant Melody. It's the perfect card to keep your hand full and the pressure on your opponents. Next up is Reconnaissance Mission. This 4-mana enchantment has whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. It also has cycling for 2. If you're playing a deck that has a lot of evasion like the Locust God, this card can turn all of your flyers into repeatable card draw. Even if only a couple creatures push through every turn, for only 42 cents, this card can pay huge dividends every game. In my Locust God deck, I've drawn over 20 cards in a turn from these triggers alone. It's awesome. Next is Loyal Drake. This 3-mana 2/2 with flying is perfect for those flying tribal decks and has at the beginning of combat in your turn, if you control your commander, draw a card. I love this card for so many reasons. First, it's a 3-mana 2/2 with flying, meaning it can come down early and help thwart any aerial pressure from your opponents. Second, it's 60 cents. And third, we're playing commander. It is not common to not have your commander on board for a substantial part of the game. This is a sneaky good card that always flies under the radar and easily protects my life total while giving me consistent card draw every turn. Don't sleep on Loyal Drake. Hey guys, how do you like my first 5 picks? Are there any you haven't seen before? Comment below with what your go-to blue card draw spells are. I love interacting with people on my channel and would love to hear your awesome ideas. If you like this video so far, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot. Alright, let's get back into the video. Next is Rush of Knowledge. This 5-mana sorcery lets you draw cards equal to the highest converted mana cost among permanents you control. For about a quarter, this card is perfect for those big artifact or creature decks. I run this in my Muzio deck, where I often have 8+ CMC artifact creatures in play, and I'm able to turn 5 mana into an insane amount of cards. Be careful, only slot this into decks that can consistently trigger it to draw 4 or more cards to really get use out of it. But let me tell you, nothing feels better than playing this after slamming down an Inkwell Leviathan. Next is Chemister's Insight, a 4-mana instant that draws 2 cards. You can also jumpstart it by casting it from your graveyard by also discarding a card. This card can really come in handy late game when you need that little boost to find some answers. The jumpstart ability isn't as good as the flashback ability from Deep Analysis, but it lets us see more cards. And for only 10 cents, it's an easy slot into our budget decks. Next is Slithermuse. This 4-mana 3/3 has, whenever it leaves play, choose an opponent. If that player has more cards in hand than you, draw the difference. It also has Evoke 4 on it, which you can pay to have it sacrificed as soon as it enters the battlefield. I love this card. It's good in Elemental Tribal decks, it's good in Sacrifice decks, it's good in Blink decks. It can really help you fill your hand back out if you find yourself beginning to top deck. For only 90 cents, this card can give you a ton of leverage on a 3/3 body. Next is Behold the Multiverse, a 4-mana instant that has Scry 2, then draw 2 cards. It also has Foretell 2 on it, letting us cast it on a later turn if we need to. This card is perfect for Foretell decks, obviously, or any deck that cares about playing from exile. On top of that, for only 18 cents, you can slot this into any blue deck you need. An instant that lets you filter through your deck a little before you draw. This card has a ton of applications and can help make sure you hit that crucial land drop or find that removal spell. Lastly is a card you've probably never heard of, Insight. This 3-mana enchantment has, whenever one of your opponents plays a green spell, you draw a card. Green is arguably the most played color in Commander, and if your group has a lot of green players in it, my god, play this card. This card is such a non-threat to your opponents, they're very likely to forget they even saw it. And if you're able to only draw a couple cards off it the entire time it's on the battlefield, then that's okay. But if you're like me and you like to play wacky, sometimes awesome cards, then in the right play group, this card can be amazing. Imagine if you get this down before your opponents start casting their Cultivates and their Kodamas Reaches. For only 70 cents, this card is just cheap and crazy enough to try out. That's it guys, thanks for watching Commander MTG. This channel is dedicated to helping Commander players in all aspects of the game. If you're new to Commander and want some cool deck ideas, check out my Commander Spotlight series. Also, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video, it would really mean a lot. Comment below with your favorite card from this list or a card you're going to try. I love interacting with people on my channel and would love to hear your crazy ideas. I'm Jason Kalm from Commander MTG, I'll see you in the next one.